friend. Thanks for joining me. For today's practice, it will be helpful if you have a couple of blocks or books and maybe some padding like a blanket or a cushion for your knees in lunges. And we'll start seated together, however you feel comfortable sitting, kneeling, cross-legged, or something else. Just make sure you're feeling supported and as easeful as you can. Roll your shoulders out here a few times. Inhale, draw your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, let them go. A couple more, deep inhale. Complete exhale. One more inhale. Let it go, exhale. And find a comfortable place to rest your hands. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Just taking these first several moments as some transition time. Some time for all the parts of yourself to collect and arrive. Start to notice the sounds inside and outside the space that you're in. Notice the parts of your body that are in contact with your mat or your props. Feel that tactile connection. You might even wiggle your toes a little bit, just to draw your awareness down towards your feet, the lower half of your body. You might notice the temperature or the texture of the air against any of your bare skin. Draw your attention to your breath now, and without doing anything special to your breath, just notice where you feel your breath most distinctly, whether that's around your belly or through your ribs, or perhaps breath moving through your nostrils. If mind is busy, you're caught up in thinking mind, it's okay. Just notice that and gently redirect your attention to your breath. Feel your sitting bones rooted, your spine upright. Just you and your breath, right here, right now. Bring your hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. And take a moment to set an intention for your practice if you wish. So what is it that drew you to this practice today? What is it that motivated you to set aside some time to drop into your body and your breath? What do you need or wish to cultivate? Just planting that seed here. And trust that it's been acknowledged. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth, side out. Blink your eyes open. It's coming back into the space. Transition onto your hands and knees, please. And we begin here by stretching out the legs. So stretch your right leg back behind you. Tuck the toes under like a little kickstand and press back through your right heel to lengthen the back of the right leg, the ankle, the calf. And as you press back through your right heel, really reach your heart forward. Reach the top tips of your ears forward, creating length there, all the way down the back line of your body. And pick up that right leg, cross it over the left, bring the toes back down like that little kickstand, and take a peek over your left shoulder. So finding some length down right side body here. You can stay right here, or playing with balance a little bit. Really feel for your core, draw your navel back towards your spine, get your low ribs down, and maybe reach your right arm across your mat towards the left as well. Take 2 more big breaths here. Bring your right hand back to the mat. Bring your right leg back behind you. We'll stay here. Keep your right hand grounded, finding a twist now. Reach your left arm up and open. Breathe all the way up and out through those left fingertips. And float your left hand back down. From here, shoot your left foot off the mat just a little bit out to the side. And bring the sole of your right foot down to the mat. Ground the outer edge of that foot, moving into a supported side plank from here. Maybe your right arm reaches up. Maybe you sweep that right arm forward, plug the shoulder onto the back, and reach the arm overhead. Last little variation here, you might float the right leg. Really kick out through the right heel, reach forward through the right fingertips. One more big breath here. And then come on back through center, find tabletop and child's pose. Rest your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward and release your head down towards your mat. Take 3 really big breaths here. You can soften your arms, let the elbows release, forearms rest on the mat. One more, deepest breath yet. Hips heavy towards heels. Forehead really heavy down into the earth. Pull yourself back up, tabletop. We'll start with that calf stretch. Second side, reach the left leg back. Toes tucked under like a little kickstand. Shoulders stay stacked over wrists here. And press back through your left heel. Breathe into the stretch that you feel through the back of the left leg. And pick up that left leg, cross it over the right, tuck the toes under, they come back to the mat, that little kickstand, and take a peek over your right shoulder this time, finding length down the left side. Again, your choice, you could stay right here. This is a great place to stay, enjoy, or working on a little bit more balance here. Definitely need core support for this. Draw the navel back, knit the little low ribs down, and maybe reach your left arm across your body towards the right. Keep peeking over that right shoulder. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Come on back through center. Knees stacked under hips. Press the left leg back behind you once again, toes tucked under. We'll find our twist from here. Left hand stays grounded. Reach the right arm up. Open your heart towards the right. If it feels okay for your neck here, you could look up. Otherwise, just looking towards the side or even down towards your mat. All good options. And then bring the right hand back down, moving into our supported side plank from here. Slide your right toes off to the right. This just helps with balance. Bring the left foot down, parallel with the short edge of your mat, left hand to left hip. From here, maybe left arm reaches up. Maybe you reach that left arm forward, plug the shoulder onto the back, and then sweep the arm up along the ear. You could look up if that serves your neck. Find a little variation here. Maybe you float the left leg, really kick out through the heel, heel in line with hip here, and reach out through your left fingertips. Take 2 more breaths here. This beautiful side body length, and a reach, 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 kick, 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 last breath. Lower the left leg, bring the left hand back down. Child's pose again, this time wide-legged, big toes together, knees wide apart. From here, you could, if there's room for you, reach your arms back between your legs and either bring your forehead or one cheek to the mat. 3 breaths. If you have your head turned to one side and it's appropriate, just switch your gaze, bring some balance to your neck. Reach your arms forward, come on up, hands and knees. Moving through a few cat-cow here. Tuck your toes under. Really keep waking up through the bottoms of the feet, and the toes, the ankles, the arches. Inhale, lift your sitting bones. Drop your belly, draw your heart forward, open your throat, look up, stretch the eyeballs. Exhale, turn your tail down, scoop your belly up, draw your chin to your chest. Press through your hands to widen the upper back. Inhale, lift your sitting bones, drop your belly, draw your heart forward, look up. Exhale, round. 2 more. Really enjoying this articulation through your spine. Last one. Inhale to cow belly. And exhale to cat, rounding in. Inhale, come on back to your neutral tabletop. Tuck toes under. Exhale, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. And walk your dog out here. Pedal your feet side to side. And maybe you sway your hips a little side to side. Bend your elbows. Really scoop your elbows down towards the mat. So externally rotate the upper arm bones. And then start to re-extend the arms here. Press down and forward through your hands and your fingers to lengthen your inner arm lines. And press your weight back. Make your legs work more. It's okay to have the knees bent and the heels lifted. Take 3 more breaths here. Lift and widen your sitting bones. Relax your head. 1 more deep breath. Lower your knees. Look forward. Step your right foot forward. I'm coming into a lunge here. I'm just sneaking my back knee back a little bit. Here's where you might like to have your blocks or your books up near the top edge of your mat, and maybe some support for the back knee. I find I need a little support there, so cushion or a blanket works really well. Climb your hands up onto your front knee. So the front knee is stacked over the ankle, and you're working to square your hips here like headlights on a car. So wrap the outer right hip back, left hip forward. Drop your tailbone and lift your sternum, lift your heart. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms into cactus arms. Take an inhale. As you exhale, twist towards that front leg, towards the right. Inhale back through center. Twist again, same direction. Exhale. Inhale through center. Last time, exhale, twist. We'll stay here. Inhale, really root through the legs. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, reach the arms out wide. And as you exhale, carry the left hand all the way down under the left shoulder. Right arm reaches up. Your choice here, back knee can stay lowered, or tuck back toes, lift back knee. Maybe look up towards that top hand, or just looking towards the side, or even down towards your mat, whatever serves your neck here. Keep rooting through the bones of the legs. Keep squeezing the inner thighs towards each other. Left hand might be on the mat. You might have your fingertips on the mat, or you might have a block under that hand if the floor feels a little far away. Take one more nice big breath here. And exhale, bring the right hand down. Pop the back knee down again. From here, start to shift your hips back. You might need to walk the front foot up a little bit further so you can lengthen that right leg and have your hips stacked over the back knee. Again, if the floor feels too far away, pop some books or blocks underneath your hands. Work with the length of your spine here. Wrap your outer right hip back. Reach your heart forward. Use the inhales to lengthen and the exhales maybe to find a little bit of a deeper fold. 3 more breaths here. It's okay to have the right knee bent, okay, or you might be working the leg towards straight. Standing on the heel, really draw the toes back and press forward through your heel. One more nice big breath here. Coming back into the lunge, bend your front knee, pop the blocks forward. Tuck back toes, lift your back knee. Walk your hands now inside the right foot and all the way around towards the long edge of your mat. Turn all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat, setting up for a wide-legged fold here. Inhale, find a halfway lift. And as you exhale, fold towards your mat. Again, inhale, halfway lift, bend your knees a little bit, lift and widen your sitting bones as you reach your heart forward. And then exhale, fold forward. Try that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift, bend the knees, lift and widen sits bones, draw your heart forward. And exhale, take that length into the fold. Maybe start to lengthen your legs here. Let your head dangle. If the earth feels too far away, definitely bring the blocks or books under your hands here for a little bit of height and support. Last breath here. Soften through the knees. Coming back towards that lunge where we began. Turn all 10 toes towards the front edge of your mat. Lower your back knee down, maybe onto some support. Walk your right foot wide now, all the way out to the right side of your mat, and bring your right arm inside. Lizard pose. Staying here for the first couple of breaths, or maybe right away you feel warm enough to bring your forearms down onto support, or maybe right down onto your mat. I definitely don't feel warm enough or spacious enough for that, so I'm going to hang out on my hands. But you do what feels appropriate for you today. And then a couple of options here. You could bend the back leg in, shift your weight back a little bit, and then reach back with the opposite hand with the right hand to hold on to that left foot. Maybe you've got the ankle, top of the foot, the toes. And from here, you can start to really pull the foot in towards you and then begin to soften the hips slightly forward. Turn your right toes, the top toes out slightly, maybe 30 degrees. Just give your hips a little bit more space here. Some of you may find that you can come right down onto that left forearm. So again, maybe that forearm's coming down onto a block or maybe right down onto your mat. And from here, you could start to find a bit of a twist here, opening your heart towards the sky. If you can't hold the foot, no big deal, that's fine. Maybe the arm is reaching up. 2 more big breaths here. Enjoy. Last one. Slowly release that foot. Bring your hands down. Be transitioning to downward facing dog from here. It's okay to moan and groan, letting any of that go. Inhale, come forward to a high plank position. And as you exhale, lower your knees and come all the way down to your belly. Setting up for Cobra here. Press down through the tops of your feet, your pubic bone, your outer hips. Legs really strong. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, lower. And again, strong legs rooting down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reach your belly button forward. Reach your heart forward. And exhale, lower. And one more time. Inhale, lift. You don't have to come up all that high. And as you exhale, stay lifted. Inhale, maybe float your hands. And exhale, release. Press all the way up and back through tabletop to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here in down dog. Lower your knees. Step your left foot forward for a low lunge. And pop some prop under the back knee if you find you need to. Square the front leg here, so knee right over ankle. And walk your hands up onto your front thigh. Wrap your outer left hip back, right hip forward. Root your tailbone. Lift your heart, lift your sternum. Find your cactus arms. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, twist towards the front leg. Twist to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Hips stay square, just twisting from your navel here. Exhale, twist. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to stay. Inhale, really root through your legs, and as you exhale, squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, bring your right hand all the way down under your right shoulder. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. And maybe the left arm reaches up. Maybe you keep the hand on the hip. And lots of options for that bottom hand. So might be tented, palm might be flat, or you might have a little bit of added height there with a block. Take 2 more breaths. Keep gathering inner thighs towards each other. Root down to reach up and out, stretching in all directions here. Next exhale, bring the left hand all the way down. Pop your back knee down. Then finding our hamstring stretch here for the left leg. So start to shift your hips back. You might wiggle the left foot a little bit further forward. And then come to stand on the left heel. Draw the toes towards the shin bone. Maybe you've got a little bit more height here, blocks or books. Wrap your outer left hip back, right hip forward. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine, reach your heart forward. And as you exhale, maybe fold a little bit more over that leg. Your choice here, maybe the knee is quite bent. Maybe you're working that leg towards straight. Just working with some moderate sensation, never pushing, never forcing. Your breath is a really good indicator of this. So if you've lost your breath, if breath becomes short or tight, this usually indicates that we've moved too far into something. You want to stay in that place where you can enjoy your breath, deep, smooth breath. Offer your body this lovely tonic of breath. Start to come forward towards your lunge. Pick up the back knee and start to walk your hands around to the right, coming into that forward fold. Again, wide-legged forward fold. All 10 toes facing in the same direction. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 2 more pulses. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine, lift and widen sits bones. Exhale, fold to stay. 3 breaths right here. Let your head go. And moving towards that lunge position at the top of your mat. Turn all 10 toes towards the top of your mat. Pop your back knee down. Walk your left foot wide all the way out towards the left side of your mat. And bring your left arm inside for our lizard pose. So all those same options are possible on this side. Just see what's available, and it might be totally different than the first side, and that's okay and normal if it is. You could stay here. You could bring your forearms down onto some support or right down onto your mat. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. That's up to you, whatever feels best. And perhaps coming into that thigh stretch and a little bit of a twist. Twisted monkey, this one's called. You could shift your hips back a little bit, bend the back leg in, the back heel in, then reach with the opposite arm, left arm reaches back towards that right foot. Maybe you grab the ankle, the toes, the top of the foot. So it's a definitely different experience for me on this side. There we go. And then maybe you can bring the right forearm down onto your mat or down onto a prop. And from here, maybe you start to open this into a little bit more of a twist. Turn your left toes, those front toes out slightly. And maybe start to work your left shoulder up and back behind you. Open your heart. And again, if you can't grab that back foot, no big deal. Maybe the left hand's on the hip or reaching up towards the sky. Let's see what's available. Take 3 more breaths here. And even if it's not sincere, maybe turn the corners of your mouth up. Gently release that back foot if you've got it. Bring your hands back down towards the mat. Find downward facing dog. Ooh. Moans and groans are welcome. Maybe walking your dog out a little bit. Really, really root down and forward through your hands. Lengthen your inner arm lines. Lengthen your side body, your spine, your legs. Lift and widen sits bones. Now make your legs work more. Shift the weight back. Inhale, come forward to a high plank position. And then exhale, lower your knees, come all the way down to front body. Setting up for awkward cobra here. Slide your hands wide off your mat and come right up onto your fingertips, sort of like spiders. So you're standing right on the fingertips, palms are domed. Forehead rests on the mat for now, elbows are up towards the sky, and hands are about in line with your chest or maybe your shoulders. Reach back through your feet and your legs. Lengthen those legs as much as you can. Then press down through the tops of your feet. Lift your kneecaps. Press your pubic bone down. Inhale. Lift your heart. Really drag your fingers back to reach your heart forward more. Exhale, lower. Take a little twist. Inhale. Look up and over your left shoulder. And then exhale, lower down. Inhale, look up and over right shoulder. Exhale, lower down. One more through center here. Inhale to lift, reach your heart forward. And exhale, lower all the way down. Bring your hands to stack under your forehead. And take some rest. Maybe you wiggle your hips forwards and back a little bit just to release through your low back. Let your limbs be soft, legs really heavy here, hips heavy, belly full with breath. Slide your hands under your shoulders. Press up to tabletop position. Keep your right hand rooted. Actually, keep your left hand rooted. Inhale, reach your right arm up and open. And exhale, sweep your right arm underneath your left. Press down through left hand. Inhale, reach up. Maybe look up. Exhale, sweep. One more time. Inhale, open to the right. And exhale, come all the way down now to rest on the outside of the right arm and your right temple. Coming in to thread the needle here. And maybe you close your eyes. The left hand can stay grounded, or maybe you feel an invitation to reach your left arm up. Perhaps flip the palm away and bring that left hand all the way down around your low back. You might even be able to reach your fingertips around the top of your thigh. And even in this constricted shape, can you find that full breath? Last two. Last one. If the left hand is wrapped, bring the left hand all the way back down to the mat. Press firmly into your left hand to reach your right arm up and open. And then exhale, right hand comes down. And your choice here, just enjoy a little bit of freestyle movement or a child's pose to release. And second side, come on up to hands and knees. Note to self, this is why teachers tuck their shirts in or just wear tank tops. Keep your right hand rooted this time. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, sweep the arm under. Root firmly through right hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sweep. Last time, inhale, reach. And exhale, come all the way down now into the twist to stay. The same thing here, maybe your right hand stays rooted. You could even press into that hand to open your chest a little bit more. Maybe the right arm reaches up. Perhaps you flip the palm away and bring that hand all the way around your low back. Or maybe fingers squeeze into the space between your upper thigh and hip there. The last two breaths, make them really deep. Carefully release that top arm. Bring the right hand back to the mat. Firmly press into right hand. Inhale, reach your left arm up and open. Nice big stretch. And exhale, left hand comes down. And again, your choice, maybe a little bit of freestyle movement, some cat-cow or swing of your hips, or maybe a child's pose. And eventually we'll all meet in child's pose. Any variation that you love. Legs together, legs wide apart. You might decide to reach your arms back beside your body, palms face up, just to release your shoulders. If it feels nourishing in your body, you can gently sway side to side here, your hips, and maybe roll your forehead out. If you had set an intention at the beginning of practice, you come back to that intention now. And just hold that intention in your mind's eye and offer it some breath, some awareness. And take your time from here, please. Transition to a seated position. With your legs extended forward. You give your legs a little bit of movement here. And keep your left leg extended, bend your right knee in. A couple of ways of approaching this twist. If you have room for it, you could cross the right foot across the left leg. Okay, but if that feels awkward or uncomfortable, just keep the right foot planted outside the left leg. Bring your right hand back behind you. Inhale, reach your left arm up. And exhale, twist towards the right, towards the bent leg. Either wrap the leg with the arm or bring the elbow just outside the knee to come into the twist. And press into your back hand to lift your heart and lengthen your spine. And maybe you look out over your right shoulder. Use an inhale to come back through center and exhale to release the bent leg. Maybe a little bit of a bounce or a wiggle for your legs. And setting up second side, right leg stays extended. Left foot plants inside the leg or across the leg. Left hand comes back behind you, maybe fingertips on the mat or palm down. Just depends on the length of your torso and arms. Inhale, reach your right arm up. And exhale. Coming into the twist here, either wrapping the leg or bring the elbow outside the leg. Not forcing this. We just use the breath here to move into the depth of the twist that's invited. So use your inhales to sit up tall and then your exhales to twist. Maybe looking out over your left shoulder. You might close your eyes. Last couple breaths here. Using the exhales to twist your belly, twist your ribs, twist your heart towards the left. Use an inhale to come back through center. Exhale to release that bent leg and a little bit of a bounce or a wiggle. We'll find butterfly shape from here with the legs, soles of the feet to come together, knees are wide apart. And take an inhale, sit up nice and tall, and as you exhale, start to hinge forward at your hips. You can work with a long spine here, or if it feels appropriate for your body, you could start to round in. Press your feet actively towards each other. And it doesn't matter if your legs are coming really close to the mat or not. If you're feeling this, you're doing it. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling this one today. Take 4 more deep breaths here. Breathe right into the space at the back of your heart. Expand your upper back with breath. Keep pressing your feet towards each other. Stay really active here through the legs. Final breath here. You come up really, really slowly, please. And start to round all the way up. Eventually, shoulders, neck, and head come all the way up. And help your legs back towards each other. Lean back into your hands. Step your feet a little wider than your hips, maybe even mat distance apart. And let your knees rock side to side a few times. Come to lie down on your back body. And you get down onto your back, draw your knees in for a hug. Take a little rock side to side, or maybe circle your knees, massaging out your low back here. If you have some support nearby, you could pop that underneath your pelvis and send your legs up towards the sky, or simply reach your legs up towards the sky here. And maybe your arms reach up too. Allow your joints to be soft here, soft elbows, soft knees. If you want to give your legs and your arms a little shake out before final rest, go for it. If there's any tension, any resistance, anything left that you just don't need, shake it off here. You can even make some noise. Maybe a lion's breath. Inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth, stick out your tongue, roar. Maybe one more of those. And then make your way into your final rest, Shavasana. If you've got goodies nearby that you want to incorporate, maybe socks, sweater, blanket, some support for your head, go for it. Be really picky with your comfort. Let your feet be wider than your hips here. Let your arms rest away from your body, palms face up. And take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Inhale, fill your belly, your ribs, your chest. Exhale, let it go. One more time. Deepest breath yet. Fill right up to your collarbones. Sip in just a little bit more breath. Pause. And let it all go. you have more time to continue resting, please stay and enjoy. If you'd like to come to seated to close practice, just take your time to deepen your breath here. Offer some gentle movement, maybe a roll of your head, wiggle the fingers and toes. Eventually, perhaps a nice big full body stretch, releasing with a yawn or a big sigh. And keep your eyes really soft as you roll to one side and transition up to a supportive seat. And when you come to seated, just collect yourself here. Maybe roll your shoulders out. And settle in. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Take a moment to notice how you feel here. Notice perhaps any shifts from the beginning of practice. They might be subtle, they might be dramatic. Just notice the impacts of your efforts, of these practices, these poses, this breath. These are medicines. They do have an effect. And it's good to check in, just to notice for you how this practice made you feel. And bring your hands together in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. And bring to your mind's eye something or someone that you're really grateful for in this moment. First thing that comes to mind. Allow that feeling of gratitude to saturate your heart. Offer a bow. And as always, we offer the merits of this practice out to the benefit of all beings. May all beings be well. May all beings be at peace. May all beings awaken to their true nature. Start to rub your palms together, create some heat there, some warmth. A little bit faster, a little bit harder. And then bring that heat over your eyes. Feel that warmth. Take a deep breath in and out. Blink your eyes open into the darkness of your hands. And release your hands to embrace the light. Thank you so much for sharing practice. Namaste.